busypreneurs. I just kind of want to let you in a little bit on how my day today went. Today is my son's birthday party, so I did not have any time to be at the computer except for right now. From one mishaps to another, I don't know what is going on in the universe today, but nothing seems to be going right. I went to pick up his custom birthday cake that I had ordered weeks ago, and they told me there was no such order in their system. And through much fussing and me contacting the person who originally took our order, they finally found our cake stashed away in the back of a different freezer while we were looking for a backup cake that was pre-made at the store. So I was so excited. I hugged my son and I was going to have tears of happiness. Then I went to pick up balloons and they didn't have our number for his age. So I had to make do with whatever they had available, right? So halfway to the venue for his birthday party, I realized that I picked up the cake, but I took it home because we had like 3 hours in between from when I picked up the cake to when the party actually starts. So I put it in the refrigerator at home so that it wouldn't melt. And then I forgot to take it with me on the way to the venue. So literally halfway there, and I didn't have enough time to drive home and then drive back because I had guests that were going to show up on time at this venue, and I couldn't just leave my guests there without me greeting them. So I literally was like, what am I going to do? I was literally in tears. And I think I'm telepathic because my husband at that moment literally called me. I had a thought to call him, but he called me first just to check up on me. And I was literally like, I'm going to be in tears. I want to cry right now. He's like, well, what's going on? What can I do to help you? And then I told him what happened. And he's like, you know what? That's an easy fix. I can come and bring you the cake. And I said, oh, could you really do that? Because I know he was busy. So I didn't know he was going to like drop his plans to come and help me out. So that's what he did. Amazing, right? He saved my day and our son's day too. And then on top of that, um, I was supposed to pick up my daughter after my son's party because she went to a different birthday party with her friends. It just so happens that we have two parties, different kids on the same day. And so I had to go and pick her up and her friends because they lived right by us. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to save them a trip and I'll pick up two kids at once. Lo and behold, 2 hours later than when I was supposed to pick them up, because I couldn't leave my son's birthday party venue until all of his friends went home with the right parents. And I had about two kids that weren't picked up on time. One child, their parents came an hour late to come pick them up. And so I had to wait there until they come to get their child for me to leave the venue so that I can get my child at a different event. Fun, right? And but that's part of life. So that caused me to be behind. And then obviously when life gives you lemons, it gives you more lemons. So I was already an hour late and I put in the direction to go get my daughter at this other party. And the GPS literally spazzed on me. It recalibrated several times, took me on this wild goose chase. Instead of using the freeway, which was the quickest way to get to where I needed to go, it made me go through all these roundabouts and twists and turns. And what turned out to be a 25-minute trip turned out to be an hour trip because it got me lost. So I finally got there and I literally was so embarrassed because being 2 hours late to pick up your child is really, really bad, no matter what the situation is. So I was so embarrassed. Of course, I had to apologize to the other parent, but thank goodness they were nice enough to be very understanding. So then finally I picked up my daughter and her friend and we went home. But I have to drop off her friend at her house, right? At their house. And so by the time I got home, it was literally like really late, 10 p.m., which is late for me. I was so tired because I've been up early since the morning. I've been all over the place trying to get last minute birthday stuff. I've been planning this for weeks, making sure all the guests knew that, hey, it's literally today at, whatever time it was and whatever venue, so they wouldn't forget, because people do forget. So then I got home. I figured hadn't eaten anything all day, so then I had to eat something before I fainted. I was so tired, but because I had makeup on, so I'm gonna use that opportunity to to do what I need to do, because I don't wear makeup every single day. And it's a chore. And so when I have makeup on, then I'm like, okay, well, let's kill two birds with one stone, because I dread putting on makeup. So I decided, well, since I have a full face full of makeup, let's just get some recordings out of the way. So that's what I did. Okay. I sat down, I recorded about 10 clips for my reels. And then I recorded, I think, a few long form videos for courses and things that I needed to do. And then on top of that, I did 2 photo shoots that I needed photos for promotional stuff. And of course, it's almost 3 a.m. right now while I'm recording this. And I still have reels and posts that I need to push out. So I can't go to bed until that's done. So by the time I'm going into bed, it's probably going to be like 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. And then tomorrow, my daughter has her birthday party. And so I'm going to have another long day tomorrow, but that's okay, because I rather cram everything in at the same time planning parties than having them spaced out, because it takes so much work to plan an event if you've ever planned one. And so for me, if I batch everything in the one weekend, I'd rather suffer in that one weekend than have it spaced out and suffer twice as much. So I wanted to record this to show you what my day is like, how chaotic it is, but it is very rewarding, because my son had the best time of his life today, and to see the smile on his face and how much his friends love him, that was totally priceless for me as a mom and for my family. I've been so busy the last few years, and we've traveled all the time, and so we can't always control where we're going to be at for, a kid's birthday, or even for my birthday. I forgot Mother's Day. So we have been celebrating his birthday while we were traveling. And of course, with young kids, it's really important that they have their friends there to celebrate with them. So I didn't realize that I had gone so many years without having a birthday party for my son that he could celebrate with his friends. So you can imagine how guilty I felt as a mom. I felt like I had just neglected my son, that I hadn't given him what he really wanted was just friends at his party. So I felt really, 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 really bad. But then after talking to several moms at the birthday party, there were several moms that were in the same situation as me, where they've been busy or they've been traveling, and their child as well haven't been able to have a birthday with their friends for many years. And so that made me felt maybe a little bit better, because that just shows that I wasn't alone, and that what I was going through, um, a lot of women and men have situations like that as well. And so we could relate. And so I was beating myself up too much over that. And the fact that other parents had shared with me that they had gone through similar experiences, that just made me feel better. So then that inspired me to share my day with you and my experience with you, because I wanted to let you know that, if you're running a business or you're having your life and it's busy and you have children or personal life or personal obligations or people counting on you, and sometimes something has got to give because you only have so much time in a day and you can't always control where you're going to be at if you're traveling or you're doing business. I mean, opportunities come up and you're not going to say no to them. So, you enjoy the little moments in life and you just make up for certain things as you go. And so, anyways, that's my day. I hope that by me sharing my personal stories with you, that I could let you know that, hey, you're not alone in feeling whatever you're feeling or going through, that there are other people that are drifting through life with similar experiences. So please do not beat yourself up too much over things that, we can't control. So anyways, I love you and thank you so much for being here and listening to my stories. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.